Assalamualaikum. Welcome to ATN Bangla. This is Piyu with the news. First, the UP headlines. The election time government may be small. There is nothing to be worried about. New alliance, says Prime Minister at press conference at Ganobhavan. BNP's framework of election time government to be announced under the banner of Greater Unity Alliance and handed over to President soon. And Cabinet approves proposal for scrapping quota in first and second class government jobs. Notification to be issued within 2 to 3 days. Now on to the details. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has said the election time government may be small and a decision on it would be taken after discussion with the alliance partners. She was speaking at a news conference at Ganobhavan regarding her participation in UN General Assembly session. The Prime Minister said new alliance among various political parties is natural ahead of election and there is nothing to be worried about it. Sheikh Hasina expressed optimism about joining the next election by all parties. She also said world leaders want to see the present government in power again. Replying to a query on Digital Security Act, the Prime Minister said journalists not committing offence have nothing to fear about it. BNP is going to formally present the framework of election time government soon. BNP policymakers said the framework may be announced under the banner of Greater Unity Alliance and handed over to the President. They said the framework will lay down the guideline for ensuring free, fair and neutral election, creating equal opportunity for all. The policymakers asserted that solution to the crisis would be sorted out on the streets if the government does not come to an understanding after announcing the framework. The Cabinet has approved scrapping quota provision in first and second class government jobs. The approval came at a meeting presided over by Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina at her office today. Later, briefing newsman Cabinet Secretary Shofiul Alam said notification in this regard would be issued within 2 to 3 days. He said quota will remain in force in Class 3 and Class 4 jobs as before. Awami League Joint General Secretary Mahabubul Alam Hanif has said polarization of leaders of various parties is aimed at foiling the 11th National Parliament election and bringing to power to an unconstitutional government. Speaking at Awami League's mass contact program at Komlapur in the capital, he said, although BNP talks about democracy, they do not have any specific policy. Another Awami League group distributed leaflets at Mirpur Benarshipoli under the leadership of Joint General Secretary Dr. Deepu Moni as part of the mass contact program. BNP spokesman Ruhul Kabir Rizvi has said the government has filed false cases against more than 350,000 leaders and workers of the party throughout the country to hold election of blueprint by making BNP leaderless. Addressing a news conference at the Noyapolton Party Central Office, Rizvi alleged that to implement their stage-managed election, Awami League is publishing false statistics about the people's support for them. Anti-Corruption Commission ACC would start investigation soon against former Chief Justice Surendra Kumar Sinha in the case filed on allegation of taking bribe. Disclosing this, ACC Chairman Iqbal Mahmood said if necessary, he would be brought back home for interrogation. Meanwhile, investigation is also underway against Ananta Kumar Sinha, brother of Justice S.K. Sinha, on charge of money laundering and amassing illegal wealth. DG of Department of Narcotics Control DNC informed that it is not being possible to nab the masterminds of drug trade due to scarcity of manpower and limitation of the prevailing law. Briefing newsmen at its head office, he said departmental action would also be taken if anyone of DNC is found involved with narcotics trade. BNP held demonstrations and rallies across the country for realization of their 7-point demands, including release of party chairperson Begum Khaleda Zia. Borishal South and North BNP held demonstrations at the party office premises at Shodor Road. Later, the party activists submitted memorandum to the Deputy Commissioner. Similar demonstrations were held throughout the country, including Nator, Jhalokati, Choudanga and Jaipurhat. Now news from abroad. The Canadian government stripped the citizenship of Myanmar State Councillor Aung San Suu Kyi for her failure to prevent repression on the Rohingyas in Rakhine State. Meanwhile, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres said in New Delhi that the Rohingyas are the most repressed community of the world. Meanwhile, Indian Home Minister Rajnath Singh informed that personal data of Rohingyas would be preserved through biometric system by identifying those who infiltrated into that country. And that's the end of this bulletin. To view ATN Bangla News, browse www.youtube.com/ATN Tube News. Subscribe and remain with ATN Bangla. Allah Hafiz.